This episode was recorded in front of a live stream audience. Join me at gaming.youtube.com/The Jessa Channel. It's that time, y'all. It is that time. Let's bring it on, shall we? Let's do this! Get up! Get up! Feel the groove. Come on, y'all. The caboose is here. Get up. Come on, people. Come on, come on. Ha-ha! Let me turn this up because it is not loud enough. Give me a choo-choo! Choo-choo! Come on! Get up! Come on, y'all, let's hit it! Let's show them how Simmers do it! The Sims 2! The Sims 2! Choo-choo, y'all! Ha-ha! Woo! Chugga chugga choo choo. That was fun. Hi. Well, all right. So, first of all, hi, I'm Jessa. And my job is to put you to sleep. However, I had to come in with some hype because I am so happy. Let's just talk, me and you, just like together, like just us two. So, so this is a live simming train. I, Jessa, am the caboose, which my husband thinks is very, very appropriate considering the size of my ample backside, if you're digging what I'm saying. I said, I'm the caboose, and he was like, that's why I married you. It's the whole reason right there. I don't really see how you could be any other part of the train, honestly. Woo! It was good. It was good. And I took it in the lighthearted and loving manner that it was meant, because that man seriously pretty much married me for my butt. So, and he is a very happily married man. I like a big caboose and I cannot lie. Let's shake it loose. All right. So, my job is to put you to sleep tonight. I am the caboose of the live simming train. This is the very first live simming train that we've ever done. This is the Jessa part of the show. If you are new to the channel, I always talk to you first before we head into the game. Today, we are having a wedding in Kettle Falls. But before we move into that awesome fun, I need to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to the following people. First of all, to Relly Girl. Relly Girl started out our train. She was the engine, and she choo-chooed us into the day, and she did a great job. She did a great job. So this is how many days that we did to put this together. Like 2. We basically had a meeting on Discord and we discussed how we were going to do it. And then we just said, all right, let's try it. See what happens. And everybody, hi, Mothering's grandson. Hi, Pumpkin. It was just, I'm blown away at how it's come out. It's not just, Relly Girl and Max, who are right there. Relly Girl, there. Relly Girl, Max, and Pleasant Sims. They just happened to type in order of how they appeared today. But Relly Girls was followed by Max Playground, who was followed by Pleasant Sims. And this has been a great day for The Sims 2. And it lets everyone know out there that we still love The Sims 2. It's not dead. It's not even remotely dead. It'll be dead the day after I die, because I'm keeping it alive as long as I can. And it was so coordinated. Every streamer who came in, every one of them were super professional. They had their streams up. If we had any difficulties, they handled it with grace and they just took care of it. We just went from stream to stream to stream, like this flow. It was amazing. So can we please get a standing applause, like a standing ovation for Relly Girl, for Max Playground, and for Pleasant Sims? Because I'm telling you, those ladies are a really hard act to follow. Like super hard act to follow. Like all day long, I was just like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to be able to top that. Like when, you know, just like Relly Girl, she's doing this beautiful ice cream shop and I'm like, oh, I give up. And then Max is in there and she's just working Veronaville and doing so great with the chat. And I'm like, okay, I can't do that. And then Cindy ends on a high note by having a dirt wedding. I said, how am I going to do any better than that? I don't know if I can. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You guys did a wonderful job. We will be doing the live simming train again. Just so you guys know, just in my personal life, this past Tuesday, my husband had surgery. He's in recovery now. He's downstairs, but it means that my workload is kind of heavy right now. So I'm doing all the cooking, all the cleaning, and there's extra cleaning when someone's recovering, like, you know, making sure the bed is clean and getting them in the shower and getting their dinner and their breakfast and so there's a lot on my plate right now. But so I'll need a little break before we do another one again. So I'm thinking that we'll do another one within a month. Like next February, you know, maybe like a Valentine's Day live simming train or something like that. You know, I don't know. We'll think about it. So we'll pick some date that, you know, it's always going to be on a Saturday. I will tell you that, just because we're trying to get all the time zones. When you start live streaming, you have to think bigger than your own time zone, and you have to think about the entire world. So the live streaming train is excellent because a lot of the Europeans could catch Relly, Max, and then started to drop off during Cindy. And then I've got the rest of America, the Australians, the New Zealanders, the Thailanders, you know, the Eastern Europeans, all those people at the tail end. But it means that everyone can watch something. And it works out great so that no one gets to miss anything. They can come at one of those streams, 12 hours. And I've got the night owls and the Aussies in here. So, you know, like once a month sounds good to me to really get the live simming train love, because it's just been amazing to have something to watch while I was taking care of my husband, while I was, you know, have something to listen to. All right. So first of all, I welcome all of you new here. If you have not yet been to the Jessa channel, as you can see, obviously I'm Jessa. We're playing in Kettle Falls. I'm going to head up to the corner up there as we move on into the game. And let's open up the game here and get the screen up. And many of you guys are not new here. There we go. But I want to say, and I see so many new names in here. So I see Courtney, I see Sour Beans, I see Shalacor. Welcome to the Jessa channel. I see Morgwin and Chocolate and Joe. Those are my team members. I see Pro Girl, who's been there all day. By the way, raise your hand if you have been in all 4 streams, so I can give you an extra loving shout out. I see Max. I see Mon, who I know has been in all streams. I see Tessa. I see Cheesy. I see Leah. Leah's been in all the streams. Leah's been having a great day. I see JT. I see Kristen. I see Amunique. I see Daydreamer. I see Annie. I see Relly Girl. I see Blue Rose. I see Pleasant Sims. I see Darkest Dawn, who's got her tea. I see Dedra. I see Sketch Novelist. Hi, Pumpkin. I see Heathery. I see Sour Beans again. And then is Honeywell in here? Because I want to give her another shout out, by the way, too. And Max has been in all the streams too. And Honeywell told me that she was gonna drink a bunch of coffee just to stay up for me. Oh. And I see Tyler in here. I see Elizabeth. I see Shirley. Anyway, when Honeywell comes in, let me know, and because I want to give her a shout out as well too. So, after that super exuberant wake you guys up, I can now put you to sleep. Ah, there we go. So, here's Honeywell. Honeywell, if you click on her name in YouTube, she is another she's another simmer, and she does produce Let's Play content. And she also is a creator, and Kettle Falls would not look nearly as good without her. I love her bespoke set. That bespoke set is, I was just like amazed at the amount of work she put into that set. So, anyway, anyway, I want you to go over and I want you to give her some love as well. And it's been a trending topic today. And so, yeah, basically Honeywell's bespoke set. So also I want you to give one more, thank you to my mod team. My mod team works really hard behind the scenes, and they, oh, thank you, Cindy's husband. She's not a YouTuber. Honeywell, I know you do. Don't you do Let's Plays? I know you do. I think I've watched you. I'm pretty sure. I tried to talk her into joining our live simming stream, but she was like having none of that. So anyway, let me go ahead and put on some more relaxing music. I'm going to turn it down to its normal level, and I'm going to try and calm my energy down a little bit. I want you to know, Cindy, that I loved that music that you were playing so much that I went and downloaded some of it and added it to my and I'm going to turn it down a little bit here. I went and added it to my playlist. Like I was downloading music as I was listening to you. I was like, oh my God, that song's so good. Cindy had some really nice groovy music. So I've added about 10 songs of that to my ever-growing Sims 2 background playlist. Hello, unassignable. Hello, Isaiah. But yeah, Honeywell's is, I don't care what she says, she is a YouTuber. I'm just going to totally ignore that. She is. And also I need to put on chat for live chat. By the way, the mod team will remind you from time to time. But if you are watching on YouTube, make sure at the top of your chat, both on tablet, mobile, and on desktop, to click live chat so that you can see what's coming in from Twitch, as there are people watching on Twitch and on YouTube tonight. Yeah, the music was really good. Yep. And by the way, it's Lakely inspired, and the link is in my description as well too. I have a credit in there for him. But yeah, oh, thank you, Chocolate. Am I live? I don't think I'm on Mixer right now, but I'm otherwise live on the other two. Okay, so let me go ahead and lower OBS and we'll get started. I've done a couple practice runs to make sure that everything works well. Yeah, we decided to keep it simple for the poster and only be live on Twitch and on YouTube. Hello, Harvey. Welcome back to the Jessa Channel. So, sound check from the mod team, please. There are 78 people watching me right now. I'm super happy to see all of you here. Welcome, welcome. So let's scroll out for a minute. First of all, somebody asked me about this last time. Yes, I do have. You can just see it's moving pretty slowly, but the clouds are moving. We'll just sit there and watch them for a minute. Excellent. Thank you, team. Yeah, Mixer is a live simming service. It's actually more related with Xbox, but I stream on there because, you know, what the heck. But anyway, these movable clouds, by the way, I have a Patreon. I'll turn that down a little bit. I have a Patreon, and my team, is the live simming squad of my team, is, Joe, who's in chat right now. Hi, Sarah. And, oh, and I don't know if I said hi, Cool. Hi, Cool. But Joe and Chocolate are primarily take on the duties of linking. If you are, I have just gotten to, I'm somewhere around, I'm just coming up on 70 patrons, which blows my mind. I'm at 69, I think, right now. 69 patrons last I looked. And yay, Vociferous Tart is here. You know what? I would absolutely love to get my mod team shirts that say Mod Squad on them. Yep. And Sarah, hi Sarah. So, but yeah, and hello Cardalyn, I saw you over in Cindy's. So basically, they are going to be linking. If you are already a patron, you know this. If you are not yet a patron, there will be a Patreon link coming into chat in just a moment. You can join me. One of the many benefits of being a patron of mine is that anything that I have in my downloads folder, if it is no longer available on the internet, which is becoming more and more the case, anything that I have in my downloads folder, it's yours. You can go ahead and ask me where can I find. If I have a moment, I will tell you about those. The team will be looking up things as well too and linking them in our Discord. So my patrons have complained to me, some of them, and I say complained extremely lightly in an amusing way, that I'm very bad for their download folders. I'm not sorry. For new folks, I'm going to give a very quick tour because most of you guys have seen this already. This is Kettle Falls. It is a custom-built neighborhood. I built it myself. If you'd like to know all the tips and tricks for how I did so, there is a playlist on YouTube that the team will put in as well too. Another thing that the team does is they greet everyone who comes into chat. So if I don't happen to see you, know that you're greeted. One of the team members will greet you. Thank you, JT. Thank you, Vociferous Tart, for stopping by. I'm glad, Dawn. So this is Kettle Falls. I built it from scratch, not every lot. If I have not built a lot, I will tell you where it's from, but I have built a number of them. For example, thank you, Honeywell. That's because I'm using most of your content. I'm not lying. And man, by the way, Chocolate, you are really, really good. Do you guys see? My mod team, I swear to God, I say it every time, but it's really true. I did build this lot. This is where we're going to be having our wedding today. This is the new orphanage, Chesterton House. I did not build it, but I did redecorate it. I made sure to go to bed early. I even took some Tylenol PM to try and knock myself out, which it did work. My husband came upstairs very slowly because he can't walk very well, and tucked me in. And I went to bed, and I mean, I was up at 10 o'clock and then Rally stream, bam. Anyway, these are bakery and tea shop, library. This is the downtown area. This is the commons. These are some more shops. The commons I did not build. Mr. Jessa did pretty well today. We took a quick walk earlier in the day to the end, to the beach, which is at the end of our street, just so he could smell the ocean and whatnot. I live in the Pacific Northwest, right? All right, we have a little beach cottage here. This is the Gypsy Caravan, the farm fields. This is the poorer end of town. And that's basically Kettle Falls, all of it. Most of these houses are not full. I am using a mod which hides the plumb bobs throughout the entire game. But people always laugh when I say the poor end of town because it looks really nice. But I did try to make it poor. Over here is Willow Tree Farm. I built this lot. Basically, I will build a lot if I can't find anything else that will suit. I know. I try. This is another house. I did not build this house. But anyway, please do remember, or, you know, to thank the mod team, because they really are working behind the scenes, and they come to all of my live streams. At least one of them is in here at all times. So we're gonna head on into the Addams household. The quick little kind of overview of the Addams household is that oh, and by the way, I want to give Cindy a shout out for hitting over 100 viewers today. She was rocking it so hard. She had 105 people in her stream at one point. She's so good. I've never cracked 100 in a stream. I'm gonna do it one day, but I haven't done it yet. She was so good. So over here is the homeless lot, and this is where Montague Addams, who's getting married today, started out his life in Kettle Falls. A broken man, a gambling addict, which he still is, unfortunately, but just through pure luck, a gypsy lamp appeared, and he was able to use some of that money to eventually pull himself out. Is Mr. Jessa in here? Yay! Myrtle Palm Washer is my husband. So, and he is who is recovering from surgery. I hope so, Pro Girl. Hello, Stars to Shine X. I'm gonna call you Stars if that's all right. One of the things that was lovely about our Discord this week is I kept updating them as we were going through the surgical process. Like, we're in pre-surgery right now. You know, we're waiting for the anesthesiologist. He's in surgery now. We're waiting now. I have news. And everybody just kind of kept up on what was going on with Mr. Jessa through the day, and that was really cool. Yeah. But he has done very well. He's already able to walk up the stairs, which I was pretty happy about. And he was able to walk all the way down to the beach, which isn't very far, just at the end of our street, and back. But the first day when he got home, he could only walk to the lamppost. Now he can walk all the way past that. This house is a house that I remodeled. I did not build it. By the way, I'm also super impressed with Relly Girl's building skills. She built 2 houses in a 3-hour stream. Do you know how long it takes me to build and decorate a house? Like, she built them, 2 shops, and decorated them. It would have taken me how long? You guys know how long it takes me to build a house. Like, this house, we would have been sitting here for maybe 2 streams. I'm not joking. Maybe it would have taken me about 6 hours. Mr. Jessa has been a good patient. His favorite word right now, I love this, is okay. Like I say, honey, do you want to have some soup right now? Or do you think you should take your pills right now? Or, do you want to rest right now? Okay. Do you want an ice pack? Should I get you an ice pack? Okay. It's awesome. It takes me, like Dawn said, it takes me forever to decorate something. And if you're building it too, well, then forget it. How many streams were we looking at the gypsy lot? Like, like we were looking at that for like weeks. Anyway, let me give you a little quick tour of this house. This is a tiny lot. Kettle Falls, most lots in Kettle Falls are 10 by 10 tiny lots. I love them. I feel like it makes a hood look more villagey. Okay. Like just trying to pick the rug, exactly. We can spend 30 minutes picking the rug. But once it's done, it looks amazing. Yeah. This is the little lot. I have shown you guys this before, but there are some new people here. Just to remind you again, this sink is sitting on a walk-through block. This is what the walk-through block looks like. And this is what makes this tiny bathroom quite functional for The Sims. As I've said before, I consider it to be somewhat of a challenge. Yeah. To, oh, I just realized something. Oh, crap. That's all right. I can redo it really quickly. I get joy out of seeing, you know, how small and compact I can make a lot while still making it look individualistic, homey, and interesting. This chair is on an OMSP that turns an object rotator, I mean. It looks like this. And it turns the chair at 5-degree angles. This is how this chair can be on this angle. Yeah. It's an object rotator. It's by Anoeska B. It's from TSR. There's a link for it already in Discord. Do a search if you are a patron. Up here is just their bedroom. Very, very small. Enough room for a little one here. And back here is a little porch. So a moment ago I said, oh darn shoot, because when I was doing some testing in the lots to figure out why I was having that terrain problem, once I figured out why I had it, and you can see now that it is gone here, so I will take a moment. I'm going to take you to desktop here mode so that I can show you what mod was causing that difficulty. 86 people, yay, yay, yay! It would be so cool if we hit 90. Oh, I'd be thrilled. But in any case, over here we have my downloads folder. I'm going to move chat up for a moment, so if you're talking to me, I won't be able to see it. Okay. And over here actually is where I put it. It's called this. Yeah. So I'm going to put this in chat. So if you guys, I know Dawn was having that problem. Hello, Nana. Welcome to the Jessa Channel. So this is the mod that was causing the problem. Luckily, it didn't take too long to find it using the 50-50 method. And I was pretty sure it was down here in this section of the mods. The other section here, one of these game mods here. I was pretty sure it was down there. Hello, Emily. So that mod just, I don't know if it was clashing with anything, but I just know that when I had it in, it gave me difficulties. So anyway, my mod folder is very organized, and if you subscribe to my channel, I've done tutorials about it. The empty folders that are very similar to my mod organization is available on Alisa's Symboler. I believe she spells it. Anyway, if someone can help me with that one. And this is just an example of the sub. I'll do paintings, for example. That's an example of the subfolders in each of my folders. I have been working out the kinks and doing a custom content. There's my living room sets, for example. Doing a custom content live stream where we go shopping, honoring one creator, like Honeywell, for example, and we just go and get stuff. I have a lot of her stuff already, but go and look through all of her stuff, download stuff, and then show it off in the hood. Here is an example of the female hair that I have. And I will make those icons large so you can see them. I have been working on my downloads folder since probably 2007 or 2008. 2007, I'd say. I had a downloads folder before that, but it was a crappy mess because I didn't know anything. And then I deleted it all and started out with this folder system, and I've used it ever since. Okay, so what we need to do though is, and we did this before, and I did it myself off stream, but then unfortunately I deleted that when I was doing testing and put my backup in. Anyway, it's a story. I messed up basically. So we need to go quickly over to the church and get it set up the way I wanted it set up. We're gonna leave here, and it won't take too long because we did this last time, but this time we have 3 hours and we're gonna get that wedding done. So I'm gonna head out to the neighborhood. Cool is like, good God. Well, I'm super glad that I did that organization. Yes, new patron. Thank you so much. By the way, I've had a lot of new patrons come in. Oh, I think that put us at 70 patrons. Let me go see. I want to see that number. I want to see it. Hold on. I gotta see this. This better be good. I just gotta see it. I want to see it. Hold on. Am I at 70 now? Oh my God, I can't believe it. If that's true, holy crap, I'm gonna die. Anna, I saw that. I didn't want to call out your name because I liked, you know. Look at that number. Hello, Ari. Welcome to the Jessa Channel. Thank you, Anna. Oh, Anna, you've been here all day because you had a snowstorm, so you had a snow day, and you've just been enjoying the heck out of yourself today. I've seen you throughout the streams. Oh, thank you. So Anna is, I think she's Ping's mascot. Ping is her mascot. And this is my channel here. And this is the Livesimming Train. Yay! Choo choo! If you didn't see the poster, that's the poster for the thing. I stayed up till like 5 in the morning making this poster. I was so determined to get it right. 5 in the freaking morning, man. Last night, all 4 of us in the train were working our butts off on our channels. All of us were. To like, Cindy updated her graphics and got a bunch of music. Max did a great job and she was setting up her stuff. Hello, official monster. That's Sago in chat, Sago. But I've known him for years as official monster, for like 7 years, 8 years. But anyway, yeah, I really like how this came out, so we'll use it again when we do the next one. But anyway, thank you so much now for 70 patrons. Thank you so much. And the 70 patrons are the reason why we can have this stream. I was having pink flashing. I had to get a new computer. I bought it with the funds from Patreon. So the reason why we can have this stream is because of you. It's because of you. Also, there is one more thing I want to show you guys. Really, really cool. Since we're talking about the patrons, and then we'll go back into the game. But this is actually very important. So let me see. I think it's here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, the patrons, one of the very first goals that I had with the Patreon, because you can set goals, and like I met my first goal in like a few hours, and then the second goal took like a few weeks. I don't do goals anymore because I don't really have the other goal, the computer goal. We met that goal too. So the patrons just keep coming in and it's amazing. I'm blown away. But one thing that I told you guys that the patron money would buy is a new website. I hired a web designer, and he and I have been working on the website back and forth for the last 3 months. 3 months that I've been working in the background with him to get something that was perfect. You guys know how I am. You know how I am. I don't mess around. It must be perfect for the channel or I'm not playing. And I paid him every month. I paid down, and the website came total to $600. $600. And it's not done yet. But it was worth it because I wanted something custom built and I wasn't playing around. So the patrons are who paid for that. This is what you guys paid for. This is the latest and the last iteration of it. Is this the correct one? Nope. That's not the right one. Sorry. Yeah, this is what you guys paid for, a blank page. And you guys are gonna, by the way, I have 4 patrons who are waiting for thank you cards. Believe me, I'm working on it. Trust me. I'm kind of busy. Here we go. Jessa Channel 2. This is the one. That was the old one that I just pulled up that I didn't like, and we ended up scrapping it. He worked for about a month and a half on one, and finally I said, you know what, I just don't like the way this is going. I want it to look like this. And so I spent like a few days looking for all the websites that I could find that I really liked the look of. I put them in a huge folder, and he studied every single one of those websites, and I told him everything I liked about each website, and then I said, build me something that makes me give the same feeling that these websites do. And this is what he did. Hello, Kayla. This is the new Jessa channel. I'm going to scroll down here. It has a watch now page, and it just has some, and we're still working on this. It's not a finished product, but I wanted to show you guys. Yeah. And I'm going to make it really big so you can see the whole thing. And I'm going to move chat up here. So this is the Jessa channel. He did this wonderful graphic right here. Then the latest video that I've done will be up, always be right here on the what's new. Look at, he even did this custom circle background. Like, look at that circle background. And then over here, broadcasting live from Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm gonna have him change this green J because I don't like how that one looks, but otherwise. And then down here, it has a Skyrim background down here, and this background will change. And then these are quotes from you guys, like Kyrian. Different things that you guys have said over the years that I've asked for permission to keep. I have a long list of quotes. And then look at this cute little graphic down here. He took all my circles and made a custom thing. And then look at Ping and the guys. Look at that. Look at Ping and the guys. And then my favorite games, every game, because if you guys know on the channel, I change out the banner on the channel to feature whatever game I'm using, I'm doing at the time. So these will change from time to time. And then down here is this. Do you guys know who said this? She's not here right now, to my great sadness, but she's one of my team members, and she'll be back with us very soon. But she said this. And my web designer used it as from Volest. Volest said that. She's immortalized in this website. And then there's the bottom. Isn't that awesome? And I was determined. You guys might be like, you paid $600 for a website, but honestly, the website is one of the most important aspects of the business. It can't look like crap. It has to look top notch. It has to look excellent. And so I was like, my budget was around 500 to, I was willing to pay a little bit more, but, because, and I couldn't have done it without you. I could not have done it without you. I couldn't have. Wouldn't have happened. I would have been using my old crappy blogs. Well, it wasn't crappy, but it wasn't professional. No, I thought it was a very good price. I mean, most websites, if you go for a really professional custom one, it's in the thousands. Exactly. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the game. But I wanted to show you guys that. Hello, Simulation. Welcome to the Jessa channel. Volest does not have a computer at the moment. So, yeah. But to have, and it wasn't even that, it's that he built it from scratch. That's what I wanted. I wanted something that didn't look like anyone else's, had the same feel, but was completely unique to me. So we're going to go over to the vicarage now. Suo. Hi, Simulation. We have 85 people watching us today on YouTube, and I don't know how many people, if we count Twitch, we're probably over 100. I don't know how many people are on Twitch right now. Yeah, I thought it was fair too. Thank you, Chocolate. Yeah. There are almost 90 people. on YouTube, and I don't know how many are on Twitch, but I think it's probably going to bring us over 100. All in total on Twitch and on YouTube, we have about 98 people watching. You are so welcome to be here, Simulation. I am the caboose in a live simming train, The Sims 2. We've been live simming The Sims 2 all day, 4 different people. Okay, so we've done this before, so we're going to do the quick version of it. I'm going to get the vicar up. Where is he right now? Oh, was he at the... Anyway, okay. Come home, vicar. Let me zoom through this. There he is. Yay. All right, so I'm going to send him after he puts his groceries away. And this is the vicarage. And as you can see, it's right next to the church. I did not build this lot, but this lot has already been posted in Discord. If you are a patron like Anna is, you can get this. Simulation, do you play The Sims 2 still? This is a custom-built hood we're playing called Kettle Falls. In any case, let's get the vicar in and let's get on with this wedding. My live simming style is part storytelling, part kind of building, and part tutorially. I kind of do tutorials as we go along. Like if there's something that I can teach you about the game, I'll show you that as well too. So if you're here, you're going to get a story. You're also going to learn any little tip that I know about The Sims 2. So we're going to have him walk to lot. I'm using a mod called Visit Other Sims. Hello, Burks. Oh, Yolanda. Hi, Yolanda. Welcome to the Jessa Channel. We are doing a live simming train. We've been live simming for 12 hours. I'm the last person in the train. We're going to walk to lot. We're going to walk to community lot. We're not going to take Ivana. Ivana is his housekeeper. So go ahead and follow me, and I will let you know when the next train is coming. We're going to do a train next month. So let's go ahead and have him walk to lot. Sleepy Choo Choo. Oh, Cardalyn, I'm so glad you came. You stayed up all night? Oh, thank you, Cardalyn. So I forgot to say where he wants to go, so I'm going to get the where do you want to go screen. You started making machinimas in The Sims 2? Yeah. We were talking about the exchange. Do you guys remember The Sims 2 exchange? We're going to go to St. Agatha's and the cemetery. Leah, you hardcore wonderful woman, you. Benes. You guys remember Benes? Exactly. And you would like download a lot and your game would start crashing and you'd be crying and you go to your mommy and be like, Mommy, my Sims 2 game crashing. I don't know why, but I downloaded 16 lots and 4 of them were brothels. Because, you know, when you were like 12 years old and playing The Sims and downloading brothels. And naughty skins. Skins with bits on it. Hi, James. Hi, Jane. Jane is wanting to know why my game is so clear. Well, in part, it's because I have a very good computer. But it's not all of that. People with computers that are not as good as mine could absolutely have the game come out like this. So I did this several times as a practice run, so it shouldn't be too hard, but I keep putting this up. So, but what I want to do here is show you the church lot. Hi, Cheesy, welcome back. So this is the church lot. I built it. Hello, Koi. By the way, Beans, have I said hi to you? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, just taught us all how to download brothels. Yeah, this is the late night version of our live simming train. This sink is still broken because I fixed it, but then I put my backup in. Okay, but won't take but a moment to fix it. So first of all, I'm gonna take his take the first pews out, and we're just gonna throw those into his inventory. And actually, let me undo that. That's the wrong order. I want to do it like this. And then let's go ahead and put our cheats on. I'm using aliases to turn on my cheats, makes it a lot easier. I have talked about the user startup cheat file before. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions about it. Okay, so I want to do it this way. I want to take the bench first. I found out how to take them in the order that makes it easiest to put them back. That's why I'm doing that when I was doing my testing. We have 90 people watching on YouTube, and I'm very grateful for each one of you for being here. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is the vicar needs to buy some things in order to have his wedding. I showed you a wedding arch last time, but I think in this lot I've decided to go with the podium, which I like. Let's go ahead and open up here the party section. One thing I've noticed is Cindy, I think it's Cindy and also maybe Relly, like you guys never open up your inventory. You always keep it at 2 lines and you just scroll through like this. And every time you do that, I'm like, I want to like push the expand button on your screen, like through the screen and be like, make it bigger so you can see more. I always want to make it bigger. I'm like, you don't have to do all that scrolling. Make it bigger. Like, it's like when you're watching other simmers play, you know, you see all the little different quirks that you have versus the quirks that they have and how they do things differently. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the live simming train so much, is because everybody has their, we watched 12 hours of The Sims 2. But we saw it played in 4 entirely different ways. Everybody's game and stream were entirely different from each other's because the game is so individual. One more tip, by the way, Max. Over here, Max, in the gears icon game options, I'm going to suggest that you turn off your display custom content dialog at startup. The first time you load custom content into the game, the very first time, that custom content dialog will pop up. After that, you don't need to have it up. It will automatically be enabled. So you can turn that off right here. And then you don't have, that's one last thing that you don't need, one less thing than that you don't need popping up every time you open your game. Yep. Little tip for you. I saw that when you were opening your game up. Okay, so over here in the buy mode, we're going to just get the regular Maxis Arch. Oh, wait, no. Joe reminded me about Chris Hatch's wedding mat. This is what we're going to use to get married. The reason why this mat is wonderful is, first of all, I like it. It's a little bit less intrusive than a big arch. 2, if there are sisters, I believe, or brothers, relations to the family, they will automatically be called up to the mat to be bridesmaids or groomsmen. And the mat comes in a few colors. There's a blue here. Let's use the blue. I like that with this lot. Otherwise, it works identically. And this mod is from Chris Hatch. The team members will be gathering the link right now. Joe, I think the link for this one is in that post on Mod The Sims 2. You know what I'm talking about. So Joe will throw that link into Discord. If you're a patron, you can grab that. Otherwise, if you are not a patron, you can head on over to Mod The Sims 2 and ask for it in the Where Can I Find section. But this allows people to, it allows you to have a full wedding party. It also comes in a, like a what is this, invisible? In case the colors that it comes with don't work for you. But I really like this teal, so we're gonna work with that. Okay. Over here, there are a few more things that we need to do. We're gonna put down a there we go. So I'm gonna put this down here for people to dance outside. I like this red, so we're gonna use that. Okay. Good night, sour beans. That teal matches the puddle perfectly. You amuse me deeply, Leah. Whenever you come into a stream, I know that we are about to have an extremely good time. The one thing I like so much about the live streaming is that, oops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. It is, I love the I mean, the simmers, we're kind of a little bit nuts. And I mean that in the most wonderful of ways. Honestly, I think like we really hardcore simmers, we're all a little bit, I think we're all a little bit off our rockers, to be absolutely honest. We're so unique and individual and wacky and funny. So our chat rooms are never boring. Like the stuff that we say sometimes. And like how we'll get like, I know sketch novelist is like a little bit. I know. And so I'll just be watching along and like in Cindy's stream and like people are just cracking me up. Like Honeywell is whipping some stuff out and then Leah's following up with one. It's just amazing. We're so funny. We're never boring, man. Simmers are a different breed, I'm telling you. Thank God for simmers. So I'm gonna put this here. And then the other thing I'm gonna put down is something we're gonna show off at this particular wedding. This is some champagne. It is from Sim Slice. That site is closed now. Therefore, if you want this champagne, put a poke me in. By the way, Chocolate, I just realized that you asked me for something last week and I forgot to upload it. And I hope you'll forgive me because you know I've had a busy week. Hello, Daniel. Welcome back to the Jessa Channel. But anyway, this is going to allow us to celebrate, and I tried it out and it works really nice. It has some fun animations to it. Yeah. The other thing that we're going to do is I'm going to leave this open. We're going to have the bride and groom cut the cake, but I want them to buy the cake. Yeah. The last thing we're going to do is make a change. These we're going to leave this open and then we'll come back later on when I'm done with the wedding and I'll put those tables back, because when this is not being used for a wedding, It's a community hall for the Elder Council meets here. There's a Wednesday night elders gaming group that meets here. Hello, can I say Goonie? Goonyi? Goonyi? Your real name is Jess? Welcome, Jess. Okay, so I think that's everything. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the lot. Put this in his, actually, I'm going to put this in his inventory because we don't want to bother with this electronic machine right now. And according to my testing, that's all I really needed to do. So actually, you know what? I'm just going to cheat like a big old cheater and cheat and cheat like a big old cheat sheet. And just replace the sink. Because I want to save us time. I'm trying to move through the whole wedding process as quickly as possible. You might wonder why there is a sink in the church. The reason why is because they're for baptisms. We call them baby blessings in our game. And these you will love, hopefully. Let me show you these. We're going to go ahead and play music. These are little angels that show the babies on their way. I'll just zoom there it is. Let me pause the music so you can hear it better. I'm not sure if it's coming through. No, it's not. Let's try this one. And turn this music off. The music does come through. There it is. Can you hear that? Hello, Goonyi. I'm glad you like it. It's actually a church. So, we'll turn that music off. But what happens with the baby blessing, hi, mothering, is that the parents choose one of these angels to guide their child along the path. And the music plays while the vicar bathes the baby in the sink. Yeah. And they're playing the Santa Lucia song, yes. So, and also here's a little candle that people can light and whatnot. So, I think our church is ready. I did a couple, like I said, I did a couple of test runs of the wedding to make sure I had everything set up just the way I wanted to. Let me remove this chair. And I think that's it. So these are the things that the vicar owns. Because I do an integrated hood, what that means is the Sims pay each other for their different, they pay each other for services. They own businesses and buy from each other. So the Sims are going to pay, the Sims that are getting married are going to pay the vicar for this wedding. Back here, we did this last time, and then I'm going to put another, there are two, that's for paying them, and then this comes out, and this is the inventory transfer vase. That's not what I want. I want to use the couple advisor. The couple advisor will allow one Sim to advise a couple, two other Sims. And so the vicar will be using that a lot. So I'm going to put this here, and then we'll put these flowers back in. I'm going to use snap objects to grid off. Snap objects to grid off. There we go. And scoot in a little bit. Let me know if you're in your jammies. even though I started the stream with lots of exuberance, The Couple's Advisor is by Christian Love. Joe will put a link if she can find one. I think it's on Discord, on Mod the Sims, but if it is not, I have every mod that Christian Love ever did, so I will upload that huge mod file of all the Christian Love mods on Discord. If you're a patron, you can have it. Oh, you're in Australia too? Joe's in Australia. We have several Australians here. So you guys are in your jammies. Mothering's got her feet up. Yay. And let me know if you've got some hot, yummy cocoa or tea or something and you're enjoying this, because this is a pajama party. All of my live streams are pajama parties. Mon's in her onesie PJs. Ooh, I want to see a picture of that Mon. Put it in Discord. Because Mon is so flippin' cute, it's not even funny. Okay, I think we've got everything. Pleasant. Cindy's got a glass of wine. So I'm jealous because Relly Girl went first in our live simming train. And she got to relax for the rest of the day. She had the best part because the whole day long I was just like, oh my God, it's going to be my turn soon. It's going to be my turn soon. And Relly Girl was like done at like 4 and like she just got to sit back in her pajamas and watch everybody for the rest of the time. Hello. Hello, Colin. Welcome back to the Jessa Channel. And hey, Dedra. And Dedra's in her jammy jams. So I'm going to show you guys that this church, this steeple is one whole object. I believe Joe has posted this one in Discord. Keep in mind that Joe and Chocolate are working behind the scenes for us. The whole team is working as we are enjoying ourselves. So I think that's it. Let's go ahead and walk home. I think we've got everything. The newlyweds are going to buy the cake. These flowers, by the way, are from the St. Agatha's Appreciation Society. This church is called St. Agatha's after Agatha Christie. So Joe is already up on that steeple. Hello, Karoma. Oh, you have a cup of green tea? That sounds wonderful. By the way, this is Agatha Christie being honored in St. Agatha's. Good night, Disney. Thank you so much. But that's a painting of Agatha Christie that I found on the internet and painted. It really works with this lot. This is a working clock, and also one more thing I wanted to tell you guys from last week. This is another working clock. That's the only clocks I ever use. Pardon me, in my hood. And what I mean by working clock is that it keeps the sim time. You can see that it's 10 after 10. Isn't that cool? The other thing I love about this steeple is that it can be seen from all over the neighborhood. And I specifically wanted it to be the tallest structure in Kettle Falls. So the only thing that's as tall as that is over here in the Kettle Falls Town Hall. You can see just barely. Can you see? Let me just, there. Just there. So that that right there where my mouse is over, that's the rooster, the weather vane on top of the town hall. That's the second highest point in Kettle Falls. Okay, so let's go home now. We're gonna click here. Right here. And we're gonna walk to lot. And then we're gonna walk home. I just keep remembering stuff to show you before we leave. By the way, this is his little bathroom here for the congregation. All the flowers are done by the St. Agatha's Appreciation Society, which is a real thing. There's only 2 members, but the Lighthouse ladies. This is a real prayable, you can pray here. This is a real prayable altar. And this one, I don't think the team has put in yet. So let's head on over to desktop mode here. For those of you guys who are staying up late to visit with me, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So this one is from, because I was looking for something else and I found this and I wanted to remind you guys as to where it's from. I think it is from Garden of Shadows, I want to say. Nope, that's the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place. I'm in decorative. Is it in decorative miscellaneous? There it is. It is here. This should help you guys, help the team find it for linking. I know it's still up because I went to it yesterday. In fact, Joe, you can cheat. Hi, Daily. In fact, Joe, you can cheat. And I posted that link to it in the Where Can I Find section. Somebody was asking for funeral stuff. I posted the link to it in there. So head and grab that link and throw it in Discord. It'd be a lot easier. Hi, Kayla. Daily, also, you're here. I want to show you something real quick. Daily, look. Look. This is Matilda Thornbush, which is a sim that Daily gave to me. Like, gosh, when did you give her to me? Years ago? Years ago, I think. At the beginning of Kettle Falls, I think I asked for some sims and you sent her to me, I think. So maybe 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Anyway, she is our reporter and she's also very nosy. This is the Kettle Falls eavesdropper. I'm just showing it real quick. We've looked at it already. Okay, and back into the game. So, still trying to leave, but I just keep showing you guys things that I'm remembering. All right, let's start the clock. Matilda is a heck of a lot of fun. Her house looks like a Pepto-Bismol ball, a Pepto-Bismol bottle exploded in it. It's like pink explosion. Yes, Leah, there will be. I'll either ask Kyrian if he'll make one, and if he has time and inclination, or I'll make one. Thank you, Joe. Could we do a hug pile on Joe, please? Because she just does a great job. In Discord, we have nicknames, and Joe's nickname is the Link Queen. Good night, Daniel. Thank you so much for coming. Chocolate is great too. I think I gave Chocolate a hug pile earlier. We love our mods. Okay, so she is still asleep, I think. Oh no, she's just hanging out. You know what I'd like you to do? I'd like you to get some gardening done because it occurred to me that I think our gardens is gonna die. Basically. So while we're waiting for the vicar to get home, why don't you do a little bit of gardening? It's true, JT. It's hard for me to keep up on the gardening because I put all these plants around the gardening plants, and so I can't see them to remember. It's pretty silly of me. And I'm gonna just scoot this head because we want to move through things. By the way, this is the good man who's getting married. He's definitely moved up in the world. He's now the bank president, and he's just been a joy to have. He's so great. And I remember when he used to go to the library to get warm, and when he used to sleep here at the vicarage because he was just sick of sleeping on the ground. Like one day, honestly, he came to the vicarage as a guest, and he just never left. I have a picture of it. So I just let him stay all night because it was the best sleep he was getting on the couch. Yeah. Anyway, he has come along here. He's a great sim. He hasn't got much time left in his life. He'll probably be the first person who pass on. Okay, continuing on. There's the vicar. Okay, so that's excellent. We are set there. Let's head back out to, let's see if we can go this way. This is one of the many, many reasons why I love having a small hood, is because you can see the whole hood and transfer from house to house without too much fuss. So we're going to do this to skip a loading screen. We're going to go directly to this house. I do too, Daydreamer Girl. That's his biggest storyline, is trying to get his wife pregnant. She's getting pretty desperate, so she might consider going to Vidorna, our hedge witch, and paying for an expensive potion. Because remember the one that she got from the her evil witch friend, whose name I'm forgetting right off the top of my head. Remember how he stopped by autonomously and visited, and we said that he was stopping by to try out a new potion on her. His potion didn't work, so maybe she might have to get some elixirs from the Romanies. Yeah, from the Romani clan. Maybe the baby breath could make some. I think that baby breath is a secret ingredient for the elixir of life. Only. That poor baby. Serious. The storyline in Kettle Falls is getting richer with every live simming session because we come up with it together. And I'm glad you like him, Chaley, by the way. And let me know if I'm saying your name correctly. Chaley is what I think I'm saying. Milk that baby. Yeah, we're gonna get our money's worth out of that kid. So before we go, this, by the way, is Rose, our bride. But before we go, I need to get Rose into a new dress. So I'm going to, just for expediency's sake, we are going to just get her one using the Gussie Up plugin. And we're gonna buy clothes here. Yeah, the stream is not ending, no.
Nah, ramp that.
I hope so, JT. So, Daily, did you know that we were doing a live simming train today? And that there's been live simming going on for the last 12 hours? So that it's just the game taking a while to load. So I don't need any every day, even though I love this outfit. Look at those boots. Aren't they rocking? I could not pass them up. They were so cool. But no, we don't need any every day. We want some here. This is, there we go. Here we go. So this is, these are some gowns that we just downloaded from DD Sims. The live simming train was a new idea that we just tried, and this gown, we downloaded it when we were doing a patron only stream. We were just, a lot of times I do live simming that doesn't ever end up on the channel. It's just for the patrons. Is Relly going to sleep? Good night, Relly. Thank you so much for being a part of the live simming train. Hugs to you. I think you're wonderful. So I think we're going to go for this one, or no, I think she doesn't have any. Oh, that one's nice. That's the one right there. That's the one. So let's go ahead and buy this and put it on her for her formal. It'll go through the rest of the outfit categories, but we're just going to click through them because that's all we want. The Gussy Up Pro plugin is extremely cool for being able to very quickly dress your Sims. This is by DD Sims. We're going to be featuring her on our first custom content live stream. She's a little bit blown out because she's in front of this window. I'm going to change her back into her regular clothes. I'm going to change into everyday. I love when she looks at me. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? So let's go ahead now. I took the time to raise all their needs so that we could get through the wedding without any fuss or bother. Now that everybody has their... Oh, let's give Montague a wedding outfit too. Let's get him off his computer here.
Oh, well.
Oh, thank you, Isaiah. I really appreciate it. I'm very happy to be, no macking right now, you guys. I'm busy trying to get you ready for the wedding. You can mac later. All right. And you, get that out of there. You know what? Why don't you go answer the phone? Somebody's calling. And then for you, let's get you gussied up. Let's go ahead and buy clothes and do the same thing. You can get your wedding duds. Oh, poor Montague reset. Montague, come back here. Don't give me any trouble. Oh, look, he looked at us. It's like saying thank you. You know, caller ID, I'm unique. My caller ID has not been working sometimes. Sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't. Hi, Abby. Abby, we did a live simming train today. Okay, so this is his, actually, I don't think that is his current outfit, but I do know what I want to give him. That one. That looks so good. Look at that. Yep. I'm so happy to have something that is good for an elder. They do not, actually. And I think that Cindy, I know she got frustrated with ACR, with Autonomous Casual Romance. And I felt the same way about that when I first got the mod. It just made The Sims ridiculous. Like they wanted to just woohoo every single day, which is not for me. No. You know, especially since I play my Sims for a long time. But you know, some days I want them to, I don't know, make dinner, play in the garden, go to a swimming thing, to also always be too randy. But I turned everything down and I turned off some of the autonomy, I think. And then I love it now. You just have to play with the settings and get it so that it's not so ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. And when Cindy was going through that, I felt bad and I wanted to tell her, but it wasn't really a good time. And she was live at that time. And when you're live, you can't think about a lot of stuff. Believe me, I know what it's like on this side of the mic. You kind of get sort of, you kind of lose some of your brain power when you're live streaming. So I was just like, well, I'll tell her later, you know, because it is a great mod and I love it. It's really nice when the Sims decide to make their own children, and you can have some. We've had some wonderful storylines that came from it, like our poor lonely doctor trying to get Pearl to love him at the party the other day, and then he had a breakdown in the middle of the street. That was awesome, and that was completely ACR. there's like a subplot going on with the vicar and Pearl Everly, and she dumped him once, and then anyway, all of that was ACR. So it's just a matter of turning it down a massive amount. So let's go ahead and put him in his wedding clothes. We're gonna change into everyday. And he looks at me again. Hey, buddy. He's like, I want to get married. We're gonna do that for you. Next, we're going to do something that is pretty important. So the last time we did a test of this, if you guys remember, when we went to the lot was open for business because it's an owned lot. So the vicar was there, and the vicar was doing what he's supposed to do, I think doing sales or whatever. And I said, how do you make the lot close? Well, I have learned a trick for the best way to do community lot weddings. So give me a hands up if you want me to give you a quick tutorial on the best way to do community lot weddings, particularly if it's a lot that's owned by a sim. I'm going to bring Montague down here while I'm waiting for that. So Cindy wants to see that. Kayla does, Cheesy What does, Colin does, Amunique does. So excellent. Hello, Game Freak. I didn't even know you were here. Welcome. Hi, Dee. And Nana and JT. So everybody does. Okay, so and Jacqueline. Plus, I ask you guys to put your hands up because sometimes I see new people who were here and haven't said anything yet. So hello, Jacqueline. I'm so glad you're here. And Kyroma Jade, which I love your name. And Xenia Ellen. That is such a great name. Okay, so what we're going to do is bring him down here. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, storyline happening. Storyline. Ooh. Storyline time. What was I just saying? This is why I love this game so much. Like, for those of you guys who've been with me for a while know who that is. I was just telling you that Demeter, I always forget her name. Demeter, I'm going to go back to the game here. Demeter Rose is getting pretty desperate. And we were just saying that she might get desperate enough to go to the Romany lot. So let's just do a little test. While she's on the phone right here, if she brings up anything about babies, then we will send her to the Romany lot after the wedding. We may not be able to get to it in this live simming, but we'll send her there and have her pay out some funds. You know, it's going to be expensive. You know how Vidorna is. She is basically she's an extortionist. Basically, she extorts money out of people with her stuff, but she'll swear up and down it'll get her pregnant no matter what. And we shall see. Okay. But this is the most amazing thing that I love about the game. The number of things that have happened. Like, we don't say this is going to happen and then try and make it happen. We form a framework for the story, and then the game just fills out the blanks. We've seen it happen a ton of times. How many times have we seen that happen when we're live simming? And I'm live simming, so I can't be making it up. It's not like I'm orchestrating it. I didn't know who was on the phone. She is Max. Yeah, she's the woman who makes potions. And she has a well that you can wish at that will fulfill your dreams, but it costs big money. Okay, so let's see what she talks about. Friendship. Some friendship stuff. If she changes it to babies, we'll see. Nope. I'm just gonna give her a little bit of time before I decide. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping. Babies or no babies. Music. Arts. Sometimes they change the subject, so we'll give it a little bit of time. I love how they talk on the phone. I love it when they look at their nails. They're like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, well, there's a money symbol in there. She is not pregnant yet, Eos. She is talking about her wedding right now, though. So let's say that she did, that's a wedding dress, and there was a simoleon for the cost of the wedding, and there was music, because there's going to be music at the wedding. So let's say that she's inviting Vidorna to the wedding, okay? And then we will add Vidorna into the group of people that are being invited. But it looks like she's not talking about baby stuff, and so we're going to have to get her off the phone, unfortunately. Oh, look, the doctor's here. Okay, they weren't getting along. And Scotty doesn't like the doctor either. What's with that? I don't know. Oh, I've never seen them. I've rarely seen them do this. I haven't seen them do this in years. Oh, that was cool. Okay, so let's get her off the phone. Vidorna has been invited, so that's good enough for me. That was cute. All right, so now this is what I suggest for a community lot wedding, particularly one which is owned by a sim. We're going to go to groups, and we're going to go to manage groups. I love when clean sims clean the sink. And look at Scotty. Oh, look at Scotty. He's okay, Scotty. I think you might love your mom a little bit too much. Like, I'm a little bit worried. Okay. Hello, Faith. Welcome back to the Jessa Channel. So, this is the baby shower. I'm going to go ahead and delete that since the baby shower, was for something else. I don't know what, so I'm going to delete it. The, Wednesday night group is for his elders group. We're going to go over here. We're going to click create new group. We're going to name this wedding. Actually, let's name it wedding party. Okay. So Montague, because he is the owner of the group, is already invited. Let's then invite the other people. We're going to invite, see if I didn't miss it here. There it is. We're going to invite his wife because, you know, it would be kind of rude not to. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to invite the vicar. So this is very helpful if your community lot, like mine, is owned. The vicar owns the community lot. That's very important. The next thing we're going to do is just, at that point, we can just invite the people that we want to invite. So let's see if Vidorna's on this list. She is. Vidorna is invited. We have room for 4 more Sims, but if you want a bigger wedding party, I'll show you a way around that. Okay. Let's see, who else will we invite that she really enjoys, or that they both enjoy? There is a sim in here. Does he know him? Cameron Leslie. This is the sim that tried to sell, that Demeter used to know from the flop house, and he's the one who dropped over autonomously on his broom, no less, and told Demeter that he had a foolproof pregnancy potion. It didn't work, but Demeter's gonna invite him anyway. Next up is, who else are they really close to? Let's go ahead and invite Dr. Bindlewick, Quist, and then I think our last 2 members will be the Whittlesey sisters. And we will add some more people to the party. Once you have all of the Sims that you can have in a group, this will be grayed out and you won't be able to add anymore. If you want to remove someone from a group, click on their name and remove them using this. We're going to click OK, and our wedding party is set. Once the sim puts down the phone, we will go to groups. We will click Meet Group on Community Lot. The difference between an outing and just for fun is that the outing is scored and timed like a date. The just for fun is as it says. It's not scored or timed. For this outing, because I want it to be like a wedding party, we're going to do an outing here, so it'll be scored, but I'll tell you how to get around it if you find that it adds stress because the timer is too short. I'll show you how you can add hours to the timer and extend the length of the party. Like Joe says, she never uses timed. I like it because timed gives you a memory, and the memory is what people can talk about. That's why I like it. However, it can be stressful, but it isn't stressful for me anymore since I learned how to increase the timer. We're going to have the wedding party. We're going to click the wedding party. That means all of these Sims are going to meet us at our destination of choice. Oh, heck yeah, we can cheat. I don't call it cheating. I call it creative simming. It's just creativity at its finest. Look at my face. This is my, I'm not cheating face. I'm just being creative and thinking outside of the box. So there. So Aos is asking me a question, I think. Did I miss a question? Oh, the timer is not part of the vanilla game. I am playing a game that is highly modded with a ton of custom content, and that's part of a mod. Yes, I'm improvising, as JT said. It's because I'm an autiste. I'm an artiste, baby. So anyway, at this point, all we're going to do is head on out here to the street. And by that time, it will be 10 a.m. And as you can see, Rose will follow him. I am using a mod which deletes all of the plumb bobs. But if I didn't have that mod in, you would see a plumb bob as per usual over Montague and a blue plumb bob over Demeter, denoting that she was part of the group. The reason why I don't use that is because I find the game to be so much more beautiful without the plumb bobs all over the place. And also because I don't need it. I've been playing, I thought when I first got the mod, I thought I might be confused as to which sim I'm playing or who's in my group. I've never had that happen once, really. You know, if I want to be playing this sim, I just left click on him or her. I just left click on her. I don't know. It's just easy now. I've done it for so many years. I don't think they're needed for me, for my playstyle. Okay, so Demeter, because she's in a group with him, will stay close to him. Oh, and they have a little love session right while they're waiting for the taxi. And while Scotty looks over at them. Oh, isn't that darling? What time is it, guys? What time is it? What time is it? That's what time it is. Absolutely. It is picture time. Woo woo. All right. So, at the Jessa Channel, I take a lot of pictures. I have decided, by the way, that I am going to start an Instagram. Because Cindy had an Instagram, and I was like, how come I don't have an Instagram? And I was just thinking, well, I have no pictures to post. And then I went, duh. I don't know. I think I just didn't connect the two in my brain. Like, sim pictures, Instagram. Like, I just didn't connect them. Because I never see Sims pictures on Instagram, and that's because I never go to Instagram, or the few times I do, I don't know what was the matter with me, not thinking about it. Because I have like 4,000 pictures. Like, as you can see over here, these are the current pictures in Kettle Falls. Screenshots. Look at all these. Look, you guys, I don't have enough pictures. These are the pictures that I have been too lazy and haven't even sorted into folders yet. This is a picture of the baby blessing, by the way. That is one of the twins getting blessed. One of the Willoughby twins. So I'm gonna, you know. So thank you, Cindy, for teaching me another thing. Another thing. By the way, this is Sirius, who has been adopted. And this is Vidorna and her sister, who owns the Chesterton house. And this is the Chesterton house right here that we're in. And this is Vidorna meeting her new baby, or potion ingredient, whichever you want to look at it. It's kind of rude, really, when you think about it. Anyway, so let's, little tip for you here. I'm going to go to F5 to get rid of this UI here. Oh, wait, no, I didn't want to do that. Not you. You. Okay. So I'm going to go F5. Will they give Sirius back to Kathy? I don't know, Mon. What do you think? I haven't written the story. We'll find out. You let me know. What do you think? I'm going to hit F10 to get rid of the UI. F10. If your UI ever disappears, hit F10. That's where it went. Okay? And then I'm going to lower chat for a minute so I can get a picture of this. I'm going to use the tab key. The tab key is really helpful for taking pictures in The Sims. And I'm going to lower down using the Q key. And then I think I'm going to zoom out for this picture. And actually, you know what? I lied. I'm going to zoom in. Yeah, there we go. That's better. It's too bad her back, she's kind of like, glitching through his back, you know, but it's the thought that counts. Yeah, and that Chloe's disappearing in the background. You know, I think what I'm going to do is go to F1, start the game for a minute. Tab key. Let's see if I can get them in a better, slightly better animation. State is what I mean. F1, F10, F1. Oh, it's asking me where I want to go. Okay. We want to go to St. Agatha's and the cemetery. Okay, there. That's good. That's a good picture. That's a better one. So let's go F5 again. F10 to remove the UI. And hit the tab key. I'm going to make the camera sort of straight on, and then I'm going to go down like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to go in like that, past the lamppost. And then we're going to frame this picture, like get it set up nicely. So that looks pretty good. I like how that looks. I like that it shows the taxi, so that it shows that we're off to the wedding inn. So that works. Let me do F10 and grab this screenshot. And I'll put F10 to put the screen back. Go F1. And put chat back up so I can see it. Okay. Hi, Angry Wolves! Welcome back to the Jessa Channel. Oh, thank you. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. So before we go, since we have the score up here, I'm going to show you how to change the score. The best tool for this one is called the Sim Manipulator. It looks like this. Yeah. And I have found that there are other tools that allow you to subtract time from the party score, but there are no tools that I have seen that allow you to add time, except for this one. If you go over here to alter parties and dates, change date and outing time left to. You can simply add an hour. So I'm going to add an hour and then I'm going to unpause, and all of a sudden we have 3 hours in our party now. So when you have the party come to an end, just add an hour if you want to have it keep going. You can do things that are even more cheaty or artistic to actually make it a dream date. Like if, for example, you want to make it a horrible party to see what happens when you throw a horrible party, you can just change it there and then end the party. So let's take this and put this back. This is Sim Manipulator. You can Google, but the Inseminator does. So Daydreamer, are you sure about that? Because if you go over here, I have the Inseminator too, right? So if you go over here to, I think it's the social adjuster. I don't think it adds time. Daydreamer girl. So if you go over here to outing timer and, oh, look at that. I'm wrong. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so you can use the Inseminator too. Hey, Daydreamer girl, did you know that you could use the Inseminator too? Because, like, in case you didn't know. I knew that, and I just want to make sure that you knew that, because I have a master's degree in simming, and I know, like, a lot. Like, pretty much everything there is to know. I call that being shown up on screen. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so what if you guys should go over, just to keep me humble, go over to Mod The Sims 2, because in a post there, a post that said, why do you keep coming back to The Sims 2? And I was like, well, because I never left. And I said, I've been simming for so long, I feel like I have a master's degree in simming. And I think what if you guys should go over there and just be like, Jessa, let me remind you. Little miss, oh, I don't think the Inseminator could do that. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and go in, get in the, as the wedding is getting started. So we'll just head on in here. Yeah, I have to give my master's degree back every time I get shown up. What's the matter, Demeter? Get in the taxi. Demeter, can you not go in the taxi? Huh, I had to reset her, and I think she may no longer be considered in the group. I'm not sure. Oh, I hope I didn't. A bug came up. I got, as you can see, I had to reset her. Demeter, do you want to go in the taxi? Oh, here. If I click go to community. Okay, good. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, maybe she got cold feet for like a second, but it's done. Don't worry, by the way, Scotty will also be part of our wedding too. Yeah, that scared me, Leah. I was like, oh my God, is it broken? Jeez. It's like Cindy and I need to go to bed and like relax with like an ice pack on our foreheads after trying to get our Sims married. I'll call her up and I'll be like, Cindy, did you know it was so stressful? She was like, no. Oh my God, I had no idea. She'll be like, hold me, girlfriend. I'll be like, I hear you, girl. I hear you. You just crying to my shoulder. We got this. Wendy, if you didn't watch her live stream that preceded mine in the Livesimming Train, she had like the most broke ass wedding. I'm sorry. This is family friendly except for that last second, but it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was so tender. Okay, so this is where things get fun. Yeah? We're going to finally have the wedding. So the first thing I'm going to do is load the whole hood in so we don't have any more. It was so broke. I felt like an overwhelming desire to send the bride and groom a big old year's supply of soap. Because I don't know what they might have been catching on that line. It's just, she's doing the poverty challenge, so I'm not disparaging her Sims. Don't worry. They're supposed to be like that. Only in a live simming train can you go from dirt broke to more or less middle class in less than a couple minutes. So one thing you should know, and that will make this whole situation a lot easier. As people arrive, they're going to get out of the lot. And we're going to get a pop-up which tells us that the lot will be closed for the remainder of the time that we are here. Oh, it's right here already. So up here in the, well, let me move my head because you guys can't see it behind my head. So there's my head moving down. So you see up here just above my head, it says, "It looks like you're visiting this lot with its owner and all of the employees," which he has no employees, so that's simple. "So it's time for a store party." And that's how the game closes the community lot. So you don't have to try and figure out, because you can't close it if you go there unless you're an owner. This is how you get around it. So when I figured that out, I thought, I've got to tell these guys, they're going to love it. So that's that. I'll put my knobbly head back here and lower this. So that's a neat little trick, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I recommend going to a community lot if it's owned with the owner. Since it works out really well in this case because the owner is the vicar, so it's fine. The second thing I wanted to tell you about community lots is the importance of a clothes changer. This tiny little thing right here is very important. This is Fat D's clothes controller. It's available on Mod The Sims 2. I've had it for a gazillion and a half years. It came out a long time ago. It was one of the first early clothes controllers, along with stuff that SimLogical had done. It looks like this. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow, it does. I was going to say it doesn't come up and down with the walls because it's definitely before apartment life or free time or whatever did that. But it does. That's wonderful. So, probably because it's cloned after a painting is my guess. So I like this. It's spelled like this. And I like it because it has a couple more features besides just change into formal wear. It's called Fat D's clothes controller. Yep. I also like how small it is. So when you click on it, you get some options here. And you can see, this is one of the things I like, is that it can include or exclude NPCs. It can change at a door, like whenever they walk through a door, they'll change. Like if they're in the church and they're in there every day, when they walk out of the door into this area, they'll change into their formals. So basically, you can change the range of it. You can do automatic redress. We're going to set the outfit to formal. Yeah. Well, Abby, I didn't know either. I recalled it, reading about it in the OFB Prima Guide. I've read all the Prima Guides like 100 times, but I've had totally forgotten about it. So last week I was like, how do I close the law? And you guys were like, you got to keep it open. And then when I was doing testing later, I found this out and I was like, oh. So I was so happy to be able to tell you guys. So as the taxi drives up, the next thing that we're going to do is, as everyone gets out, I'm going to head over here because I have a little secret. We can only fit 8 people in a group, but that doesn't mean we can't have more people at our event. We are going to go over here to Restore Family, and we're going to invite Scotty. And there's Scotty. What this is that I'm using, this is the Inseminator. It's the Summoner part of Inseminator. And all I've done is clicked on Change Model and made it look like a bush and hid it in the bushes. That's one of the things about Inseminator that you can do. Over here, spawn the Summoner. That's what the Summoner normally looks like. With any module of Inseminator, you can change that module at will to a number of different models. They're even separated into different sections. You can change it into one of many outdoor plants, indoor plants, mirrors, pictures, decor, electronics, appliances, kid stuff, refuse, food stuff, tombstones, miscellaneous. So if you want to keep something on your lot from the Inseminator, like I want to do in this case, but you don't want it to look like a box of clothes, change the model type. Yeah. A little trick that I think not a lot of people are aware of, that you can do that. So I'm going to delete this, which I could have deleted it on its menu too, but have it. Oh, you did, Dee? Wonderful. That's a tutorial that I would really like, because there are some mods that I'd love to change the model of. So, Restore Family. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to invite their next door neighbors, the Mackenzies. So we're going to invite Nuala. You guys remember Nuala? We just played their lot. Her husband, Brock. And her incestuous little creepy son, Bastion. Once we have invited these people, they will automatically just be included in the event. They'll follow along with everyone else, just like they're in the group, and be included. I can actually, I believe, click on them and ask them to join the group, I think. Let's see if I'm right. I am unsure if I'm right about that. If not, they'll just simply go around the lot just like any other visitors would. And since this lot is so small, it's totally fine what they're doing. During my tests, it worked out just fine. So the next thing is, once you've invited the rest of the guests that you'd like for the event, we're going to wait until the vicar gets out of the taxi. You can see that he automatically changed into his formal, and she should change in just a moment. The next thing I'm going to do, the next step, is to make the vicar selectable. I'm going to control him. It was, and the mod that was causing that to happen, which was called Classic Family Dance, or Family Classic Dance, was out of date, and that's what caused that to happen. So I think just for ease, I might just turn free will off for this particular house, just to make this a little bit easier. Now we're going to go on, click our mat, and we're going to just, without preamble, we're going to go ahead and get married. I want to make sure that I've turned off the special event camera. I think I don't want that on because I want to take pictures throughout. So that is off right now. All you need to do now is click on the mat and click Get Married. I want to do that right at the top because I don't want them to all get involved in other things. There is one more thing that we want to do. I want to close this room off from them, anyone coming in to use this room or be attracted to what's in this room right now. I don't want that. So I'm going to use my favorite way of blocking Sims from a room. I could lock the doors, but I don't want to do that because it requires the vicar. It's more fiddly. I just like this method better. And I've been using it for so long that it's just an automatic habit for me. So I'm going to put move objects on because I like to sink it a little bit into the wall. Not move objects on, snap objects to it off. There we go. So I'm going to sink it a little bit into the wall like this. Just to kind of hide it a little bit. I like it kind of flat there. This is SimLogical security system. I just am so used to this, and it works flawlessly. Never had a problem with it. So we can make this no access right now. You can see here that it's currently free access. We're going to go no access. It turns white, lets me know that it has been activated, and that means that Sims will not even get in here, nor will they be attracted to anything that's in this space. So they won't stand at the door trying to get in to use something in here. Yeah. At this point, we're just going to wait a minute while everybody begins to file in to the wedding. Okay, good. There she goes. She's going to get married. Good. Okay. So that worked, and you can see that they're starting to change into their formal right as they come out of the taxi. Everyone else is coming in here. These three shall hopefully come in a minute. And you can see that they all changed into their formal. Scotty will also come in, hopefully. And what I'm going to do now that they're at the wedding and people are getting the command is in their queue to watch the wedding. I'm going to take the vicar here and I'm going to move him, stop his action, and I'm going to tell him to practice speech. Now, this is one thing I learned in my testing. If I tell the vicar to practice speech first, everyone will glom around him to listen to his speech instead of paying attention to the newlyweds. So that's why I make sure that the newlyweds have got the wedding part queued up first. Then I tell the vicar to practice speech. Leah, that happens all the time. There's like a point in my live simming streams where nobody is paying me any mind. I'm just sitting here playing with my dollies, talking to the webcam like somebody's listening. And then like sometimes I'll ask you a question and like Cheesy will be like, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Jessa? I'm sorry, hold on, you guys, quit talking for a minute. What, Jessa? Oh, okay, yeah, uh-huh. All right, thanks, baby. So what were you guys saying? There are 73 people. I have a new record for how many people can ignore me at once. It is truly humbling. I have learned, how are you today, Jessa? Very good. I learned that 73 people can pay me no mind at once. It's beautiful. You should try it. Oh, Lord. I don't know. I just have a good time. I'm happy. I'm like, I've heard that I am the most relaxing background noise ever. Oh, Lord. Hi, Nova. how to have people not pay you any mind and be graceful about it. But seriously though, it doesn't bother me. I love the fact that you guys are in chat and you are not ignoring. You are loving on each other. You are enjoying each other and friendships are being made. So I mean, I think that's great. It's a win-win situation. Everybody's winning. I'm having a good time. You guys are having a good time. And so we're all happy. It's great as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, wedding in time. Dun, 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 dun. We don't have to live in dirt. We are very thankful. We actually got a house. I keep teasing Cindy because I can. Because that wedding was like so classic. That was some high class entertainment right there. But anyway, so we're gonna go over here and practice speech. Or I think we are. Practice speech. There we go. And so I like that everybody comes in and sits down. Yay! We have success. So I showed you last weekend about the mod arch that makes the vicar, like you can assign anyone to be the priest. But in the end, I decided that I like this mat a lot more because as far as I'm concerned, he is being the priest. Like he's right here in front of the, you know, I mean, it looks like he's officiating the marriage. So it's fine. Hey, Brooke, welcome to the Jessa Channel. Roadside weddings. Because it was literally by the road. Cindy was like, we just have to get this thing taken care of. The live stream is ending. They're near the mailbox. They have most of their clothes on. Good enough. You know, more or less, let's just get to it. Whereas I spend like 3 hours play testing my stupid wedding over and over again to make sure it runs perfect. And then I still forget stuff. What are you going to do? So I think everybody's come in. I want Scotty to come in. Here comes Scotty. The only thing I forgot to do is to give Scotty a fancy bow tie for a collar. I couldn't find any. Are there any bow tie collars for dogs? And here comes Cameron, late as usual. Brock comes in and he says to the ladies, good evening. Vidorna looks excellent in her, sort of, look at this dress. I don't know where I got it, but I can find out if you want me to. Isn't that perfect? I know that there are bow tie collars for cats, but I don't, and I have them, but I don't know if there are any for dogs. You guys want this dress? Yep. Okay. Isn't it perfect for her? It's really beautifully done. Okay, hold on 1 second, please. Here it is. So it's by Serenity Fall on Garden of Shadows. The way I do my meshes. Poor Cindy's never going to live that wedding down. And I'm never, not that she needs to, and I'm never going to live down that father-son accidental incest. We Simmers have hard crosses to bear. Heavy crosses to bear. But I don't know where this dress is on Goss. If it were part of an event, I would have said so. So, yeah. there are 4 to 2 dog and cat bow ties on Dee Dee's Symboler. Oh, perfect. Because we're going to be doing another live simming in the next 2 weeks. That's going to be a live simming custom content, and we're featuring Dee Dee for the first one. So, that's excellent. Oh yeah, Colin is also reminding us of my other embarrassment of seeing, accidentally showing you guys pictures of my naked sim self, complete with custom content bits. Because that's like the first thing I downloaded. Were some and let's just put this frankly, were some pubes for my sim self. Because I wanted a realistic honeymoon. Don't judge. It was realistic, all right. I'm sure. I love it. You guys are just cracking up. That is so funny. Okay, let's continue on with the wedding. I think we're just about to start. Here comes Scotty to watch the wedding. So one thing I've noticed is that they're not using these front benches. I'm not sure why. But I like that they wait for the wedding to start. The vicar says, here we go. The vicar says, could everyone please be seated? As everyone shuffles to their seat and presses their nice formal outfits together on this very nice Monday morning in Kettle Falls, the wedding of Montague Adams and what's her face? She's like, that's Mrs. What's her face. Montague Adams, the wedding of Montague Adams and Demeter Rose begins. Demeter's eyes are full of hope. Demeter's eyes are full of hope as she looks at her husband, hoping that his heart is full of love and his groin is full of baby-making material. It practically brings a tear to the eye. Hold on a second. I always cry at weddings. I just have to... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's hope that his groin is full of baby batter. Cause it is, cause he is striked out twice. And yeah. We want some babies. Cause we are simmers and we are serious about baby making. Am I right? We are simmers. We don't play around with the sacred act of making us some babies. Amen. Thank you. He's looking kind of nervous as he looks out over the crowd, and inside his head, he's thinking, dear God, please, please, please let me just get one home run. Just one in my whole life. I've never had a kid. I've got to have like one good serving left. Be simful and multiply. Amen. And she's looking at him like, I cannot wait to get you home. I will make sweet, tender love to you. And I better be knocked up by Tuesday afternoon. What time is it, guys? Oh God, this cracks me up. I swear, every single time, live simming just gets me. It just gets me. It is picture time. We're taking this train out on a high note. Lustfully. That's how this train is leaving the station. with a whole bunch of people looking somewhat shocked and a little bit overheated. Everybody's like, is it hot in here? Did y'all just get hot? It's kind of warm in here, don't you think? Okay, so picture time. try and pay attention to the actual game. And we're gonna go for the usual F10. This one I don't think I need a tab key on. It's really nicely set here. And I like these the little symbols in between them. It's kind of like, look at this, you guys. These baby things here, and the baby. Welcome back, Shirley. The babies for the baby blessing stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, this is like really what do you call that? A word that means symbolism or something in a picture or something like that. Symbolic, I guess. Foreshadowing, I hope. It better be foreshadowing. So yeah, let me get that because I just accidentally hit the wrong key. Whoops. There we go. That's perfect. All right. Let me hit F9. And I promise you that I will get on making a Simstagram. In order of things I need to do, I need to send out thank you cards, because normally I send out thank you cards on the day you become a patron, maybe the next day if it's very late. I am like 5 days late with a few of you guys. Relly Girl still hasn't gotten her thank you card yet. I feel so bad. I know she'll understand, but still. You know, because that's one of the gifts that I tell you I'll give you on Patreon, and I'll give it to you, except, Lord, I'm having a hard time now. Go ahead and F10. F1. I love this dress. It's so simple and so, it's very Audrey Hepburnish. So nice. Okay, Joe. If we need any other linking, I'm sure that Chocolate can take the reins, or at least I hope she can. I think she said she's hopped up on coffee or something like it, so I think she can handle it, I hope. Anyway, let's continue. But I was gonna say that they don't seem to use these front benches. I don't know why. They just stand there. So let's continue. Aww. So you see this? They're just standing here. I don't know why they're not using the front benches. But the back benches are always fine. And I can't really make them sit down, you know? So I suppose I could. Oh, thank you, Chocolate. I'm sorry that it, you know, I don't know where it was in there. Normally I'm more clear on where things are in Goss. It must have just been in some random, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, Anne, that maybe the wedding mat is blocking them. So what I'm going to do is, new patron. Thank you very much, Kayla. And I think for you, it's welcome back, Kayla. So welcome back. I'm pretty sure it's a welcome back for you, I think. Let's go ahead and have him sit. I'm just hoping he doesn't get up in the middle of the sit and then watch. Perfect. Okay. And then you, I'm going to have you, I want to stop controlling you and start controlling you. Oh, thank you, Kayla. Well, welcome back. I've had that happen a number of times where people have moved on from Patreon, which is always fine with me. It never bothers me. And then come back again. So I'm starting to haven't had Patreon long enough that I see a pattern going there. Abby, thank you so much. So I'm hoping to get these people into their seats so that we can stop controlling him. And then we'll start controlling Nuala. Nuala is so pretty. Let's go ahead and have her sit here and then watch. And hopefully they will sit down before the wedding starts in earnest. She's already started, I think, but that's all right. Let's see what we can do. Nope. Okay, so that's exactly what I looked like during my wedding. This is so cute. So let's go ahead and raise the walls here and get a couple of pictures. Wonderful. As per usual, I forgot to change the ceiling in this lot. There we go. I won't spend too much time getting pictures, but we'll get some. Oh, that's going to be a good one. But I like to get a picture because it's nice to frame it and put it in the house. So it's so cute. And I like the special event camera very much, but I don't know, I guess I kind of like this just as good. Oh. Oh good, they went and sat down. Yay. And then got up again. And then got up again. Okay. I guess they're just not going to let him. Nuala, you're blocking the view. Nuala, what are you doing? Get out of the way, girl. I love you. Get out of the way. There's always somebody. Always somebody. So the vicar right now is focusing on how, even though marriage can be extremely difficult at times, and sometimes you're not even sure if love will see you through, never, ever, ever take drugs to get through it. It'll get better. The Lord will provide, but no drugs. I think that's very, very funny. All right, F5, F10, one more picture of this beautiful shindig. And there we go. I wonder if I can zoom. Whoop! My bad. That was a mistake. Didn't mean to do that. Let me do the tab key for this one because I really want to get... Oh, that's a nice one. Control F. I'm going to hit Control F to save my spot. And then I'm going to hit F9. That's my hotkey for Gadwin print screen. I like this one because we got the flowers in from the Flower Society on each side of it. That's very nice. Except the fact that the vicar's talking about drugs. But besides that, it's lovely. I'm going to keep that in the picture because it's just funny. And then I'm going to hit the 4 key to be taken right back to that spot in the tab key. And then I'm going to zoom out again and head back. Moving the camera up a bit using the E key. Head back with the S key. Excellent. And then one more picture like this because I feel like a wedding photographer. And we'll go like this. Oops. Doggone it. That's my bad. I should have saved that spot. That was me misclicking. Misclicking. And then up. And then over. back and then zoom out a little bit. Oh, that's very nice with the frame there. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control 4 in case I screw up again. Let's hit the F9 key. The vicar's like, marriage is a difficult thing. Don't do drugs. Thank you very much for coming. That's going to be a nice one. Oh, and look, there's Scotty watching. We've got to get a picture of Scotty watching them. Oh my gosh, yes. I got excited. I admit it. I got excited. Scotty! Oh, come here, buddy. Let's see if I can look at Scotty's butt. My favorite thing ever. This is going to be a very hard one to get. But, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a little excited. That is so cool with Scotty in the background like that. How awesome is that? Oh, that is awesome. Watching mom and dad get hitched. Great. Okay. Boop. Yay, Scotty. You're so awesome. That is so awesome. Okay, I think we can come out of this now. But look, he stood there in the back like a good doggy and watched his parents get married. That is the cutest thing I've seen in ages. What time's? Oh, so I'm going to be live for another 30 minutes. And then we're going to draw it to a close because, you know, even we can get tired of simming. We've been at it for 12 hours. But, my wedding was awesome. I loved our wedding. And one of the things I love so much about our wedding is that we didn't have much money at the time. I mean, we still don't, but anyway, that's beside the point. And I bootstrapped everything. I cooked all the food for 120 people. 120 people or so. I made a complete dinner that I didn't make it on the day. But I pre-made it, and it was like little bite-sized food. And the other thing that we did that I loved that saved money is we grew the salad. So we had the wedding in July, and I seeded up a bunch of lettuce. And then the morning of the wedding, before we went over to the church, my bridesmaids and I were over there picking lettuce out of the garden. They washed it, added some dressing, a couple of vegetables, and that salad was gone in a minute. But yeah, I cooked for my own wedding. And then during while the ceremony was going on, they were heating all the trays up, and the kitchen crew was putting stuff out. And the kitchen crew were just people that volunteered to help me because, But we bootstrapped that wedding, and we walked away from that wedding with no debt. We paid for everything out of pocket, not 1 ounce of credit card debt. We don't even have credit cards, so we don't do debt. We just don't do it. So we started the marriage completely free of debt, which was such a wonderful thing. So where are we here? Where are we? Okay, so let's close this because I don't like that ceiling around the edge. Yeah. Oh, they're so cute. And I like it how everybody claps so politely. That was so cute. Oh, and oh, look at that. I won't stop and take a picture. We've taken enough and we've seen them smooch before. But there you go. Yay! And they stand up and clap again. I love that. And even Scotty's like, woof, 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 woof. Oh, excellent. So, before we finish with this part of the wedding, yay! I'm going to have Monty perform for his bride. So I like this because people will come over, as you can see, and stand in him. 'Cause that's appropriate. Yeah. Okay, awkward. Get out of there. I know that you like Monty and that but I feel like the vicar is like saying closing words as Monty sings to his bride. And so some people will be listening to the vicar Like if we clicked on Vidorna, we'd see that she has the listen queue up. But people are gonna just chat and hang out. And Scotty is greeting the guests. What just happened? What in the heck did you just... Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for you to witness how desperate a man can get when he is in need of nookie. Here's what you do when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. You head on over, you manage to get yourself wrangle of invitation, because remember that the reason why we invited him, remember this. The last time we saw Montague and the doctor together was here. Remember this? Remember? Oh, I'm definitely taking a picture of this. Oh, there's no way. Yes, I'm not. But you guys, let me just refresh your memory. When was the last time we saw the good doctor? He was here, right? Here. And why was he going insane in the middle of the street with Montague Adams watching? Because he's desperately lonely. So he tried using ACR and Cindy. I want to tell you, this is why I recommend ACR. Did anybody see me touch anything? I didn't tell him to do that. He's not even selected. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. And he is so in need of some loving that he hit on Pearl Everly, which she may have been interested in, except for the fact that her boyfriend was like 2 steps away from her. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, doctor, not now, baby, call me later. And he went ape nuts in the street. Truth. The man went ape nuts. Now remember that this is the man whom Kettle Falls is trusting their emotional, mental, and physical well-being with. All of a sudden, I think there might be an elder council meeting. This is the man, people, that the Kettle Falls, the ladies of Kettle Falls, are hoping will birth their children. So what happened is, do you remember that Montague befriended the doctor after he had that breakdown, and Montague said, chin up, you can do it, here's some grilled cheese. The doctor said, thank you very much. Montague said, as a matter of fact, old boy, I'm getting married. The doctor said, that's wonderful. Who's the lucky lady? He said, what's her name? I said, no, her name is Demeter. He said, yeah, her. Anyway, I'm getting married to her. And the doctor said, I'd love to come. I love a good wedding. We had no idea what those words really meant. Until now. Oh, damn. The doctor really, and I do mean really, loves a good wedding. Like a lot. He turned around and went for the bride like like bees to a watermelon at like a party with some chicken and some potato chips and some bread and some watermelon. He hit it that hard. He hit that watermelon like those bees right there, just right on it. Let's just put it this way. He rode that watermelon. And there was some coleslaw too, and he was planning to have that for dessert. Good night, Daily. So I can't think of a better way to end this live simming train with some serious, desperate drama. Brothers not getting no coleslaw. And observe who's watching Vidorna. And look at Vidorna's face. Vidorna is like, excuse me? Look at her face. Look at her face. And look at his face. Look. Oh my God. This is so good. Look at his face. Look, that's the been cold-blooded jacked face. That is the face of a man who's like, oh, ooh. Yeah, oh. Awkward. I said I wasn't going to take any more pictures, but, oh, Daly, you're not leaving? Oh, good. Oh, good. Sometimes if you show any sign of leaving, we're like, oh, okay, we love you, bye, hugs, bye. And you're like, I just got up to go to the bathroom. Why is everybody saying goodbye to me? Awkward. So we're gonna milk the heck out of this. And so what time is it? What time is it, ladies and gentlemen? Here at the Jessa Channel, you only get the finest of quality entertainment. And the only thing that I'm mad about is that Honeywell isn't here anymore. I think she crashed out. She's missing the best part. Honeywell, I'm thinking of you. Awkward. I think I might open my Simstagram with this picture. I love all the hearts. It's like the game's way of just being like, oh, And then Vidorna's face. Oh, that's so good. This is so good. I could not have planned better if I had tried. Look at her face. She's like, what were you thinking? What were you smoking? Exactly. I thought he meant everybody gets a go. I thought that the line formed to the left to kiss the bride. What? I don't understand. I don't know if Dr. Quist is going to be able to keep his reputation after this, honestly. Let's hit F9 there. Oh, God, this is classic. I saw that and I was just like, you just got to be, you just can't, like, what? This is almost as good as, not quite, but almost as good as Cindy's satellite death from last week. Oh my God, that was awesome. This game, best game in the whole frickin' world. I don't think there's anything, well, except for The Last Express, but otherwise, that goes without saying. And let's get a look at the bride. Here's what a bride looks like. Here's the bride's awkward face. So this is one reason why I stick with The Sims 2 so much. And that's because the animations and the faces of the Sims are really expressive. And in the other two games, definitely in Sims 3 and a little bit less, but mostly in The Sims 4, there's not a subtleness of expression that gets across these interesting moments. Everything is over exaggerated and very cartoony, so it doesn't feel like a true story. Like you can see that behind his face over here, behind like the vicar, he sees this whole thing. Look at his shoulders. His shoulders are kind of up like this. Oh, well, let me get my camera out of the way. Let me get my face out of the way so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you guys can see the vicar is just like, he can see this. His shoulders are kind of bent up and he's just like, oh, yeah, wow. Yeah. So in our game, we have had accidental incest. We stopped it immediately because we don't play that here, but it happened. It happened, and nobody's going to be able to ever forget it, even with a copious amount of eye bleach. We've had a desperate doctor who, by the way, is going to go into aspiration failure again. Oh, I could not ask for better. Okay, so I'm gonna take another picture of this and then we will move on because it's another Jessa Channel wedding. What's up with my weddings where everybody, like somebody loses their mind during the wedding? Like, what's up with that? And I think it's also very symbolic that the baby statues are again kind of highlighted in this awkward picture. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you see the baby statues over the doctor's head. So yeah, guys. This is what I call classic simming. But I'm curious to find out what he was trying to do. It does not say. If I select him, let's see if it shows what he was trying to do. Oh. Doctor. Good night, Joe. Thank you so much for being with me. We'll be live for another 24 minutes before we end the choo-choo train for the evening. Because I'm so surprised that so many of you guys are still in here, even though we've been at it for 12 hours. You guys are hardcore. But yeah, he was going for a first kiss, which, as you can see, it says behind it, it says ACR. And so that is why I believe that ACR is such an amazing mod, as long as you tailor it so that it doesn't overwhelm you. And you can really tailor it. And there's settings in there I still don't understand. I've only kind of worked the surface, just enough to turn the darn thing down from 11 to like 3. You know, to have them try to have intimacy like once every 3 or 4 or 5, 7 days, that's fine. Not like every minute or even every day. I don't care if they're romance sims. I mean, people got to eat, for goodness sakes. So I'm gonna stop controlling Dr. Bendlewick and let him go back to an autonomous state because he is going to be visited by someone that we won't be able to see, and I'm gonna keep it that way. But yeah, she just completely rejected him. I just got married. One more thing about this that reminds me, oh, let me put chat up again, is that this reminds me of a quick little story. You guys were asking me how my wedding was. This situation that we're seeing right here actually happened to me on my honeymoon. Hello, Daniel. Welcome back to the Jessa Channel. We have 24 minutes to go in the live simming train, and then we are finished for the evening. Hello, Ulrika. It did, actually. So we went to a beach town that was a bit north of us. I mean, it was basically the same as staying home because beach is beach, but we wanted to go somewhere. You know, I wanted to have some kind of honeymoon. So we rented these nice places that had these big bathtubs in them, and we had a bath. Anyway, that's beside the point. So too much information. Stop talking. So the next day we went walking on the beach. And we were walking along this nice long beach, and my husband likes to look for agates in the beach. So he thought he saw an agate. So he looked down, he was looking at the agate, and I kept walking, enjoying the beach. I got some ways ahead of him, maybe 50 feet, whatever. And there were a lot of people on this beach. So there were people all around, dotted around, that kind of thing. This guy had 3 dogs, which turned out to be African dogs, West African dogs. But anyway, they were very pretty, dark with kind of spottles on them, mottled, I guess. But anyway, and I said, "Oh, your dogs are lovely," because I always stop and say hi to a dog because I love dogs. So I said, "Your dogs are lovely." He said, "Oh, thank you." And he said, "Yeah, they're African dogs." He explained a little bit to him. And then we were chatting for a little bit, you know. And then he said, So, and I was wearing my wedding rings. I don't go out without them. They were brand new, shiny, just out of the wedding. And he said, hi, welcome. Could you please speak in English if possible so that we can understand you? Because unfortunately I cannot understand that language. I'm sorry. So he said, so, would you like to go and get a drink with me? There's a place really nearby that we could go and have something. I'd really love to have your company. And I said, one of the wittiest things I've said, because I'm usually not very witty right off the cuff. I said, I don't know. I just got married yesterday. My husband is just behind me. Perhaps there's a statute of limitations. Let me ask him. Sweet, could you translate for us if you the guy got really embarrassed. And then my husband came running up, probably sensing that someone was sniffing around his turf. and he came up, and then we ended up chatting with the guy. He was nice about it. But it was pretty funny, you know. I was just like, look for the wedding rings next time before asking, because he was cute, and I would have said yes if I had not just gotten hitched. Oh, thank you, sweet. So, what language are you guys speaking? Is that Chinese or Korean? So anyway, let's go ahead with this process because I want to see the doctor lose his mind. Korean. Welcome. Welcome. Well, if he cannot speak in English and someone can translate, then go ahead and he can absolutely speak if someone will translate for me. I would greatly appreciate that. But anyway, hello. Hi. Can you say his name, the English version of his name, so I can speak to him? So let's go ahead and unpause. Wow. You see those, look at them dropping on the ground. It's just like utter rejection, man. Utter rejection. Wow. Look at his face. What do you mean? I didn't mean anything by it. I just wanted to give you a little smooch. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. His face. Oh, his face. I love that look. It's such a simple look. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. I have to get a picture of this one too because it's too good. But wow, that's what I mean by the expressions of the Sims. It's like when the Sims 4 came out and they kept going, the Sims have emotions. And I'm like, what do you mean? They always had emotions. My Sims are plenty. I mean, that's an emotion right there. That's shame and embarrassment if I ever saw it. So yeah. And so I like that the game shows us. I don't need a pop-up saying Dr. Bindlewick is embarrassed. I don't need a pop-up. I can see that. And it's so much more interesting that I can take a picture of it and remember the moment rather than taking a picture of a pop-up. That's ridiculous. Anyway, don't get me started because I need to shut up right now. So let's watch him lose his head here. Yep, here we go. Okay. Yeah. I know, brother. I know. I've already taken a picture of you having a nervous breakdown, so I guess I'll just take one more, because what the heck. I'm trying not to spend the whole live stream taking pictures, but goodness, this is too good to miss. And plus, I want to get the wedding mat in the frame here. So you can see the wedding mat. The frame, like, God. This guy. Oh, jeez. Oh, doctor. Doctor, what are we going to do with you? We really know how to make. Yeah. I love it how everybody's just sort of kind of trying to ignore him. Look at him. They're all like, Okay, except for Cameron, who's mean. Cameron's like, hey, one of your guests is losing their marbles. I'm just saying. And and Montague is like, I will always love you. Woo. We'll always love. He doesn't even notice. He's just Whitney Houston in it in here, whipping out the Whitney, and she's like, and she's like, you know what? If he touches me one more time, I'm gonna cold clock his butt. I swear to God, he went for me. She's like, and then what happened was that he tried to lean in for one, and I like lit up with an uppercut, and then I lit up with a side cut, and then I lit up with a butt cut, and then it was rough after that. We just went toe to toe on the floor. It was really messy, but my dress still looks good. I will always love you. Okay. Oh, and Scotty's singing. Oh, look at honey. She's like, yeah, he's just nuts. But look, honey, your new husband and his dog are singing to you. Oh. Hi, Kayla. Oh, I said hi, Kayla. You've been here for the whole time. I'm sorry. I forgot that. I mean, hi, Kayla. She just resubbed to me and I totally forgot. Short-term memory loss. Look at that. This is the dog version of Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Sing it, Dad. Whoa. There's a two-part harmony going on. Oh. I just... Shirley is like, please, somebody put Jessa to bed. Please. please, God. Somebody put this girl to bed. Oh, God. Oh. I love you too, Mon Mon. Mon Mon's one of my favorite people. I'm always so happy when she comes into Discord. She's so cheerful and friendly. Look at it. All right, hit the high harmonies. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, so I'm going to take a picture of this, and then I think, how are we? We have 12 more minutes to go before the live simming train ends up. So I think what we're going to do is do a toast and end on that note. Yeah. So for this one, oh, and you know what? After all of that, the only score we have is just above so-so. I am offended. That's the most fun I've had in years. That's made me a younger woman. I can't believe that. If that is not a rocking party, I honestly don't know what else. What's a person gotta do? I know, you guys. Whose idea was it to use this stupid timer? Oh, wait. Dumb idea. And I think Morgwin is asleep, because if not, she would probably be clipping that, but clipping that me singing to the dog. but I think she's pretty tired today. She's usually the person who does most of the clipping. All the mods know how to clip, but she's the one who does it most of the time. So, anyway, yeah. So the wife is very, very happy. Whoops. And F10. This is art. This is true. So, yeah. We're going to be drawing this choo-choo train to a close. Let me go ahead and keep going with this. Thanks, Doc. I feel much better. Now I'm going to go hit on this elderly woman. Don't hit on anybody. Don't hit on anybody. Don't hit on anybody. Don't hit on anybody. Thank you. Okay. So, I'm going to have the vicar stop. Here. We're going to stop this. And then the next part of the party is very simple. So you can see that everybody is just sort of listening to the vicar or listening to the music and giving him tips, which is nice, maybe just as a wedding present or something like that. And so that's basically the whole tutorial on how to do a community lot wedding. Number 1, set up a group. Number 2, put the owner of the community lot in the group. If it's a church, put your priest or your vicar in, or whoever owns the lot, in the group. Head off to the group location and set up a clothing controller. The other thing I like about this controller is that it goes down with the walls. This clothing controller from Fat D is excellent. So that's step 3 of a community lot wedding. That means everybody will get out of the taxi and automatically go into their wedding clothes, no fuss, no bother. Yeah. Then have the wedding. Have Nuala block the aisle. That works too. Once the wedding is done, then open up the rest of your church to, how do I store celery? My bag won't fit it. I am unsure, Tessa. I've never been asked about celery. I don't know. I said I'm a master's in simming, not a master's in produce. I have a master in simming. So now we're going to go back to, because right now you can see it says currently no access. So we're going to open this up to free access. Then the vicar's job is to toast the bride and groom. We're going to toast to the newlyweds. The vicar will come over here and everyone else should follow. And you know what? I'm going to worry about it all week, Tessa, and I'm going to like Google how to store celery so that when I see you again, I'll be like, hey, Tessa, use a mesh bag because it flows the air through. And you'll be like, thanks, Jessa. So I think everyone should get the toasting and should come over. So let's take a look and see if that's working. Is everybody coming over? Nope. But in a moment they will. Whoa, what's going on? Scotty. I'll let you get away with it because Whitney Houston brings out the animal in anyone. And I can understand that. It's totally reasonable. But never again, Pumpkin. I know I go a little bit nuts after listening to one of her albums too. So now that he has this toasting thing, everyone should autonomously come over. Let's see if that's correct. Yep. So this is one of the neat ways to get everyone to move across because they will all get it and it has a high autonomy. So everyone, including the groom and then Scotty, who's hopeful that somebody's going to feed him something. And the other thing we'll do, we won't have time to do it tonight because we're winding up in about 6 minutes. We just have time for a toast, but I will show you the wedding cake that the newlyweds are going to use. Here under party. This is the wedding cake I really like for them because it has a bride and groom on the top. Isn't that awesome? It is an actual cake. They are coming because of the toasting object. Yes. So it's a great way to wrangle them over to where you want them to eat their food. Yeah. I probably should have put some more chairs in here so they can eat food, but I'm not going to worry about it since we're ending up here. Each of us have streamed for 3 hours today. And let me get them all over here. And it's neat because until everyone has come and is holding a glass, the vicar will not toast yet. Everybody waits for the vicar. And I'm going to bring Scotty over too. Have Scotty go here because I think he's biggie. Scotty, what are you doing? Yeah, Whitney does this to a dog. I understand. Stop that, baby, and get over here and toast with your daddy. So I love this. This is a... Scotty. Are you trapped, Scott? You stuck? No, Scotty's stuck. Scotty, come here. So let me go ahead and... You know, the next time I do this, I think I'll put the toasting object. What's the matter with you, Scotty? Oh, I have to delete Scotty. For now. I'll put the toasting object in the middle of the floor so it's easier to take pictures. Not up against this. But this is all right. Here we go. Everyone is... The vicar turns around and says to the accompanied party, "Too many... Does anyone want to give a little toast? To anyone... I mean, to anyone who wants to give a toast, and I'll make up one on the spot. To the bride, to the groom, and to all who love her." And then he gives a long look to Dr. Bendlewick. "And some who may love her more, perhaps a touch than they should. We all wish you a long and healthy life. Hear, hear! Hip, hip! Give it to me, guys! Give it to me! Let's finish this off! Hip, hip! I'm waiting for a hooray or two. Hip, hip! Give me a hooray! There we go, Max got it! Hip, hip! Yay! Hip, hip! And the newlyweds are happily married. Yay. Awesome. Except for Vidorna, who's like, "You guys smell bad." Let's finish the stream on this note. I think this is the note to end the stream on. First of all, let me turn off this light. So there we go. So Vidorna's face isn't. Yeah, this is Vidorna. She's thinking, you know what? I should have poisoned that champagne and made all these guys into experiments. She's like, hip, hip, nobody. Look, everybody. The bride, the groom. I'm going to hit F5 for one final time as we bring this to a stream to a close. I'm going to hit F10 and then I'm going to hit F9 and we're going to take a picture of the newlyweds and their various different awkward faces. Hip hip hooray. Oh God, Sims 2 never change. Never change. Never change. Never change. Look at her. She's like not drinking. She's just staring awkwardly and somewhat rudely at everybody. And I'm going to put myself on the screen as we come up to the third hour and my final hour of the stream. And hi. Oh. So, choo choo, chugga 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 choo choo, chugga 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 choo choo. I shall give you a bow because I will, as you do at the end of any show. I thank you so much for joining me. If you have not yet subscribed to the Jessa channel, please feel free to join me. I thank again my fellow members of our train, Relly Girl, Max Playground, and Cindy, who stayed up. I think she might still be up. I'm not sure. She might have fallen asleep in her soup. It was a long day. Max is still here. Make sure and hit her link to head to her channel. Cindy's still here. Hardcore in it all the way through. She's got a glass of wine. She's doing great. And I'm a beautiful soul. Well, I and my celery. Thank you, Tessa. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. We'll be live again doing more live simming. Next week, next Friday is when I go live. I don't know if I'll be live simming or opening up a new series. But if you want to join me on Patreon, I live sim there regularly. And oftentimes I'll just say, I'm going to be taking care of something in game. Come join me. I'm building the firehouse. Come join me. And I just give people like 10 minutes notice, and whoever happens to be around comes in. We now have 70 patrons. 70 patrons on the Jessa channel. And I am deeply grateful. Thank you, as always, for watching.